Nairobi's Giraffe Center has been home to the Rothschild species since 1983. Scientifically known as Giraffe camelopardalis, giraffes have for the longest time been a major source of tourist attraction in the country. However, not much has been put into the study of the animal welfare and health. Aside from keeping the species safe from diseases and extinction, the center is an education hub on wildlife management.
Jock and Betty, they also had a dream to start a nature education center, which they dedicated to the Kenyan going students. And in a year since then, we received more than 50,000 students who come in for free so that they can learn about conservation, and we help to change their mindsets toward the way they relate with wildlife generally.
Besides, the Giraffe Center has a sanctuary vast and rich with both plant and animal life.
Our sanctuary or forest sanctuary is quite rich. It's a dry upland forest, the remnant of the forest which covered Nairobi before man took upon himself to convert much of the forest into concrete jungle which we have today in terms of the buildings. And it's quite rich in terms of the plant life, in terms of animal life, like you might interact with the giraffes, get a chance to see warthogs, some antelopes, and even we have the tributary of the Athi River, the Gongo River, running through our sanctuary. And at the top of the highest point, you are able to see the Gong Hills. We call it the Gong Viewpoint. So you get really to enjoy the open grasslands of the Maasai land, and part of the best water catchment area of this country, that's the Gong Hills.
Each giraffe has a name, with one being named after one of the founders of the Giraffe Center.
This is Betty. Betty is named after the lady who started the Giraffe Center.
After breeding, some of them are translocated to different game reserves countrywide.
So Giraffe Center is an entity of the African Fund for Endangered Wildlife, Kenya. And African Fund for Endangered Wildlife Kenya was started way back in 1979 by the late Jock Leslie Melville and his wife Betty. They had a name to save the Rothschild giraffe from western part of Kenya, where they happened to be endangered by then and they were threatened with extinction. So they started the center to save the giraffes from extinction. They were able to move the remaining members, about 130, to Lake Nakuru National Park, some to Ruma near Lake Victoria, Nasalot, Mwea, and they brought 6 more giraffes in the early 80s and opened this center to the general public in 1983, so that they start the breeding program for the Rothschild giraffe. So what basically we do here is to breed the giraffes, and after every 2 to 3 years, we translocate most of the young ones and put them back to the wild.
The Giraffe Center loved for giving humanity an opportunity to interact up close with wildlife and nature. Also helps conserve other endangered species through the funds raised from tourists visiting the premises.
The experience is so unique because there are no any other places where you can be so close to the nature, so close to the animals, and to touch them, to feed them. It's really great.
Today we have more than 700 to 1,000 Rothschild members in Kenya. Moreover, the Rothschild giraffes which we keep here, they are like a flagship. They are flagship species. We use them mainly for fundraising, and after we fundraise, we even support conservation of other wildlife species in the country, including the elephants, the dolphins. We've been able to support a number of wildlife ecosystems, including the Aberdare forest, the fencing of the Aberdare forest, saving the bongo or the endangered bongos of Mount Kenya and Aberdare forest. And we are currently at a Buru forest where we are helping to save that ecosystem, which is very important for the bongo conservation. We are also supporting conservation of the pangolins in the Masai Mara ecosystem. And you remember, pangolins currently, they are endangered, and the world is focusing so much on trying to save them from becoming extinct in the wild.